Hello children, good evening. So in the last class we were discussing about the adventures of Don Quixote, and today's class we are going to write the question answers and other book back exercises. Okay. So before I start the exercise, I would like to give a short summary of the lesson. Once there lived a middle-aged man in a village called La Mancha in Spain. He loved to read books about courageous knights and the unbelievable adventures they had experienced. He involved himself so much in these adventurous stories that he imagined himself to be one of them. He convinced a poor farmer, Sancho Panza, to be his squire. The two men set out on a journey together. On the way, they saw a large windmill. Don Quixote imagined it to be an ogre, that is, a giant, who was blocking their path. Though his squire tried to convince him that it was only a windmill, he did not believe him. He fought with the windmill and got knocked off his horse. Sancho did his best to save Don Quixote from attempting anything reckless. As they were passing a farm, they saw a thick cloud of dust. Don Quixote thought it to be a great army marching in their direction, but Sancho knew that they were only sheep and lambs. Paying no heed to his squire, he charged at them with his horse Rocinante. The local farmers thought that he was a crazy. They laughed him and insulted him. Don Quixote did not understand them. He thought that the people were cheering him. He returned to his estate and realized that all his adventures were simply a product of his imagination. So he never embarrassed himself by going on any more quest, but he lived happily, imagining and narrating the most fantastic stories about knights and squires to all the children. Now, let us read the question answers. What kinds of books did Don Quixote like to read? What were these books like? Don Quixote liked to read stories about courageous knights and their adventures. These books described the exciting adventures and romances of knights. What effect do the things Don Quixote reads have on him? He was so absorbed in these stories that he never remembered to eat or sleep. So he was in that stage. Why didn't Don Quixote believe Sancho Panza when Sancho told him the ogres were actually windmills? Don Quixote placed himself in the adventurous world of knights, so he could not realize the reality. He was in an imagination state, so he is not at all listening to whatever is said by Sancho Panza. Why do you think Sancho continued to journey on with the Don Quixote after the windmill incident? Sancho continued his journey with the Don Quixote after the windmill incident because he wanted to prevent Don Quixote from attempting anything carelessly. So, being a very good servant, he did not want his master to be in problem, and that is why Sancho Panza, he wanted to stay back with him. So half of the answer is there in the question itself, so you can write easily, children. When Don Quixote sees the cloud of dust on the plain in the distance, what does he think causes it? When a thick cloud of dust appeared, Don imagined an army marching in their direction. Sancho sees two clouds of dust, leading him to conclude that there are two armies. What does Don Quixote think will happen next? He thinks that the neighing of horses, the sound of trumpets, and the rattling of drums would lead to a battle between the two armies. What is the reaction of the shepherds when they see that Don Quixote is attacking their sheep? When the shepherds see that Don Quixote is attacking their sheep, they are pelting stones at him. Don falls wounded to the ground. They also consider him as a crazy fellow. Okay children, now let's see What is this? Homophones. Homophones are nothing but it's like two words that are spelled differently but have the same sound. Let's see some examples. Look at the first one, children. See and see. The first word see refers to something looking, and the second one is see, that is ocean or something. Can you see the birds flying over the sea? Yesterday night I saw a knight riding on a horse. So in this second sentence, the first word night in the sentence referring to the night, that is opposite to the day, and the second one knight, it refers to a soldier like Don Quixote. Now look at the third one, write. Write the address on the right side of the page. So the first write is writing, an activity, that is action, and right side is the right hand side of the page. And then fourth, arms. So here she stretched her arms to receive alms. The first arms refers to the arms, that is elbow and all, and then the second one is arms, that is begging, that is offering. The next one is fare. The auto fare was not fair. So here the auto fare is the auto charge, and was not fair. Was not fair means not good. Look at the sixth one. Here I can hear the roaring sound of lion from here. The first here HEAR refers to the action, that we can hear something, and the second one is here HERE refers to from here, from this place. Seventh one, herd. The herd of the cattle. Herd of the cattle is a collective noun which referring for this cattle. And hear that rattling sound. Heard, HEARD, refers to hearing something. Okay. Next one, hour. It takes 1 hour to reach our destination. So this 1 hour refers to 60 minutes, whereas OUR refers to hour. Next one, no. No one knows about this matter. So here NO refers to nothing, and KNOW means something knowing. Knot. The knot is not tight. We used to tie the papers for for making a knot. So that is the knot, KNOT, and this NOT knot means nothing. It's a negative annotation. So here you have some examples for homophones in English. So you can make a differentiation, and also you can write your own sentences. Followed by this video, I will send you a PDF. Please write it in your class book. If you have the book, you can write it in the book itself. Okay children, thank you.